Okay, what's up, everyone? It's time. It is time for the Shooting Game Weekly, episode 102. Yeah, that's right. More Touhou, and it's gonna be a pretty good episode this time. Mountain of Faith, the number 10. We'll be taking a look at a few different replays here. Normal, Lunatic, and Extra from a few different skilled players. Also, we got a number of guests today joining. We got Sakurei returning once again. Hey, Sakurei.
Hello.
And a couple new commentators, DXK.
Hello.
And Mr. Trout.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome, guys. Glad to have you on to talk about Touhou some more. It's gonna be pretty good. I personally don't know anything really about how this game is played, so it'll be the test to enlighten Aquas by the the middle of the episode. Is basically what happens. So yeah, Mountain of Faith. This one was released in 2007 from Team Shanghai Alice, otherwise known as Zune. And then yeah, like I said, looking at a few different replays. Lunatic run from Nanashi, normal run from Keroko, and an extra run from Wreath. And those, of course, are in certain character types as well, which we'll be getting into. And as usual on STG Weekly, we'll be working our way up from the basics and getting into the advanced scoring, and eventually, and while we're commentating some of these excellent replays, I'm assuming they're pretty high scoring here and pretty good replays, is usually the case on these episodes. So it should be fun to watch. Like, I'm pretty excited to see how Mountain of Faith is gonna pan out here. So yeah, I'll just throw it to you guys, Sakurei, etc. Whoever wants to kick it off with you know, about Mountain of Faith in general, and anything you want to say in general about it, and maybe if you even have any, like, you know, stories or anything with getting to know the game or anything. But otherwise, you can just go straight into talking about the gameplay and stuff. And I'll get a demonstration replay that we're going to be checking out later as well, going on for this, just for this explanation as well.
Alright, so I'm Trout. I played this game as Elder Scripto, and that was about 2 years ago. Basically, the fundamental system is it's chaining, as in Dodonpachi, and you have this chain gauge in the bottom left corner, which defills over time, and killing enemies and collecting items will refill it.
That's pretty
So
simple.
you've got-
Awesome. Well, that's a little simple chaining meter. I like it.
So you've got three kinds of items. You've got point items, you've got power items, and you've got faith items. You've got point items are fairly simple. The number in the bottom left corner, that's how much a point item is worth if you collect it at the top. And if you collect it below the top, then it's not worth as much. Each power item is worth 0.05 power, and that goes up to a maximum of 5. And you get for like 1 power, you're weak. 2 power, you're slightly stronger. 3 power, you're slightly stronger again. And 4 power, you're max power. And then you've got another kind of buffer, because you'll notice on the right you haven't got any bombs. That's because each bomb uses one power. So you've got to kind of manage, like, do I want a bomb or do I want to reserve power?
Okay, I think we saw the power for bombs mechanic in one of the other Touhous as well, so kind of bringing it back in this one, or I forget which one exactly it was.
It was literally the last one.
The last one, okay.
Faith items, there's 3 kinds of faith items. There's big faith items, which are the stars, and then there's the smaller faith items, which whenever you've got full power, any power items dropped by enemies turn into smaller faith items, and each of those are worth 100 faith. And sorry, the big items are worth it depends on the difficulty. It's either 5,000. What is it on hard?
8,000,
I think.
Yeah. So on easy and normal, a big faith item is worth 5,000 faith. On hard, it's worth 8,000 faith, and on lunatic, it's worth 10,000 faith. I think.
What about the extra?
What is it on extra?
Should be
I think it's
10,000.
still 10,000, maybe.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. And that converts directly into how much a point item is worth. And you've also got these faith items whenever you bomb and convert a bullet, and that's only worth 10. But if there's lots and lots of bullets, then it's gonna be lots and lots of faith. So a lot of the time it's worth bombing for faith, and you'll see that a lot. And I think the only other thing is when you finish a spell card from a boss, the boss will drop some power items, but whenever you're at full power, they'll instead drop point items. And so when you've got lots and lots of faith, that's a lot of points. So towards the end of the game, you want to be max power for the whole part of it. I can't think of any other major mechanics in the game. It's fairly simple. And when you drop your chain, it doesn't instantly reset to 0. It just goes down a little bit.
Did you say the faith was the number in the bottom left? I actually my attention got diverted a little bit. Could you explain the faith one more time, please?
So every time you pick up a faith item, you'll get some faith.
Okay.
And your faith it's whenever you collect an item at the top of the screen, that's how many points you get, and that's it.
Okay. So it has to do with the point of it only has to do with the point of collection. So you can't see how much faith you have at the moment.
The faith is the bottom left corner.
It is that number. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why there's a point item next to it. That's exactly how much you'll get.
And another thing is that
Okay. It's just the point item value. Got it. Okay.
the face also increases the spell card bonus. I guess that's it, and we can start the Lunatic replay.
Okay, and then we can clear up any stuff too as we get into it as well. This question in the chat was the interaction of the chaining and faith mentioned.
So whenever you drop your chain, you lose faith, and it happens over time. It's not like Dononpachi where you lose all your chain. You just lose a little bit of it.
If you drop the chain, or if you die, or what? If what happens?
Both. If you drop the chain, then you lose it over time, and if you die, I think you lose a third of it.
Yeah,
which is huge.
Yeah.
So you can't die at all. Like, that will completely ruin your run.
Right. Okay. So we'll see. Getting the power items, getting bombs, and then using the bombs quite a bit. It seems. How are the bombs being used for points?
So every time you bomb and you delete a bullet, essentially, that bullet turns into 10 faith, and you get 10 faith.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Got it. Cool. Yeah, it seems So you just like bomb crap, big old bullet patterns and go through that. So
Yeah,
eloquent today. Cool. All right. Well, let's get the replay started then. I guess suppose. So yeah, we are starting with this is Marisa-C Lunatic run with played by Nanashi. What do you guys have to say about this run? Like, what's the deal with this run?
It's the overall Lunatic record for this game.
Oh, awesome. Okay, and then Jamers is asking about death bombing as well. We'll get into that in just a moment, I suppose, but you could mention it too right now if you wanted.
Yeah,
But,
I'll mention it now. Death bombing does not decrease your faith, but regular bombing decreases your faith by 3,000. Death bombing is when you run into a bullet and then press bomb.
Right. It's being allowed to bomb after taking the hit. It's it's like the mechanic that like makes it so all these people who like say they hit the bomb button before they got hit, it's like they can't like bitch anymore. It's like, I hit the bomb button. Oh, okay, well here's the death bomb. You did. It's okay. It's okay, son. Anyway, enough with my pop-offs. All right. So I'm gonna count this off on 3. It's gonna be on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And let's get into this replay then. And I'm highlighted over as stage 1 right now. I believe that's where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, at the start of the stage, you have to delay killing these enemies to maintain your faith. So the point of stage 1 is to get as much faith as possible through collecting all the items and death bombing sections. Here's a death bomb that gives around 5,000 faith. And coming up on the mid boss, he wants to use another bomb here. And canceling bullets at the correct time is very important as well. That was a bit late of a cancel on that.
I see.
And now this spell card is killed as fast as possible. Here's the stage 1 boss. He'll want to use 2 bombs for faith at the first non-spell and the second non-spell. He's waiting for a good cancel, which he didn't do a very good cancel though. For stage 1, mostly you want to pay like attention to the timing of your cancels to get as much bullets as possible. And now he's waiting for the boss to move in a good position for a better cancel. This spell, if you cancel it as she fires and also move up, it will give you extra cancel. So that's what he does.
Oh, neat. Is that just like just kind of like a random trick, or is it does something to do with the mechanics?
Yeah, I think there's like sort of a bullet, like canceled bullet cap on how much faith you can get. So if you move up, you can delay the amount of faith that you're getting or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of neat. So for people coming in late, I think I can sum up the very basics of what's going on in this game. So you have a chaining meter in the bottom left. That's it's got the point value, the point item value there, which is faith in this game. When we talk about faith, and to get faith, the best way to do that is to use bombs. By bombing some of the more dense bullet patterns, and the bombs are represented by your power level, and your power level can be built up pretty quickly with the power items. And so the main objective here is just to grab the items, all the items, and get the faith up, get your bombs up, and bomb the boss patterns. Is that a good summation there?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we in there, boys.
Here's a bomb on the mid boss to kill her as fast as possible for extra enemies that spawn after her. Normally with the other shot types, I think you have to use 2 bombs, but Marisa-C you just use 1 bomb. And here's some big fairies. He plans 2 bombs for faith from these aim bullets that they fire. And this 1 bomb connects the aim bullets as well as the big fairy that fires a lot of bullets. Now, also, this shot type is she has options. When you hold focus, the options stay in place. So you can focus and then place option high in the screen and then go down. Also, this shot does more damage unfocused than focused. So you see him speed killing attacks by tapping shift. Also, the option doesn't move if you let go of shift instantly. There's a delay before that, so use it to tap shift in order to get more damage.
You're saying coming out of focus doesn't happen instantly, or going into it?
When he goes into focus, the options stay in place instantly, but when you come out of focus, there's a delay before the options go back to you.
Oh, okay. So you can kind of maneuver that carefully.
Yeah. And, from now on, the spell cards are to be ended as fast as possible for the spell card bonus, because the spell card bonus is always decreasing, and you cannot increase it. So it's better to end it as fast as possible.
Is that the case for all the bosses? Is there any exceptions to that?
For Lunatic, you do it from the second last spell on stage 2. Every spell needs to be killed as fast as possible.
Dang.
And the start of stage 3 is a section where new players would drop a lot of faith, because they need to do a specific chaining method.
Yeah, I'm seeing him do some of the chaining here, just kind of letting some of the items drop down so slowly, and then kind of grabbing them along the way to go. Is that difficult to set up, or is it just kind of improv when you see the items falling down?
That you need to know how to do that section.
Oh, okay. So try to plan out some of your enemy kills if possible.
Yeah.
It's not, for the most part, it's not hugely difficult to do, but it's just trying to set it up and seeing how it works.
And once again, for latecomers, the chain doesn't drop so harshly if you're not actually chaining, but if you do die, it gets cut in 1/3.
So an optimal play of this game would need you to basically collect all the items at max value and capture all the spell cards, and don't have no miss the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what score runs usually do.
You got mention of penalty for no enemies on screen. What's that?
if your chain meter is empty, if there are enemies on the screen, your chain meter decreases fairly slowly. But if there's no enemy on the screen, your chain will drop really fast.
To clarify that, that's when there are enemies on the screen and you have no chain, your faith will drop really fast. And when there are no enemies on screen and you have no chain, your faith will drop really fast. When there are enemies on screen and you have no chain, your faith will drop quite slowly.
So it seems like it's kind of tough to get stuck in the place where there's no enemies on screen. Like it seems like there's usually something going on. Like, do you get punished like that, like really easily, or?
There's only a couple of spots in the game. I think it's the start of this stage and the end of stage 6.
Okay.
And I think the start of stage 5.
You think they're just trying to like encourage you to do the chaining with a penalty like that? Like in case in case it's like not clear to like players. Like I'm trying to understand exactly why that penalty is there, if it's not really that big of a deal.
I guess for just clearing, you wouldn't need to worry about that. But for scoring, you should be able to route through those parts.
That looked kind of tricky, that pattern, the previous one.
It's a static with aim bullets, so he positions himself nicely for a speed kill.
Nice, okay. So what's the biggest difficulty of this game? Is it just surviving the lunatic patterns by destroying the patterns quickly then, or?
Yeah, I guess it's that, and it's also the early stages that's quite difficult, and you need to speed kill a bunch of things.
Why is it so important? Why are the early stages so important?
Because this game has how would you say it, Sakurei? Can you describe like how the scores work or something?
This game has it's really easy to get a seemingly high score because the point item value caps at just about 1 million, as you can see here in the replay. So it's really important to get as much faith early on as possible to max out your point item value as soon as you can.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when you get the most points. And
gotcha. It's another case of setting it up for just later on.
Right. So you really want to have as much as possible after stage 1, 2, and 3, where you're still building it up. And after that, you just like try to maintain it by chaining and not dying.
Okay. Yeah, it's simple.
For example, like 320 mil with Reimu-B versus 330 mil with Reimu-B is a huge difference going to stage 4. Even though it's just 10 million,
but that's going to end up being a bigger difference later.
No, it's not going to end up being a bigger difference if you play the later stages the same, but it's this game is designed so that since the face caps, you have scores like 2.2 billion, and this replay is 2.214, and the difference is only 14 million. But the skill level needed to go from 2.2 to like 2.21 is quite big.
Huh? That's a little awkward.
Yeah.
To have like the points kind of imbalanced like that.
It doesn't scale exponentially like Perfect Cherry Blossom or like Imperishable Night, you know. It's a lot more linear once you start capping the faith, and that's why it's a really strange system. Like if you were in a tournament, you can't just make some kind of formula where the higher you score, the more points you get, because it's really easy, quote unquote easy to get like say 2 billion. And then you have something that looks really high, but it's actually sort of bad because you make a million chaining mistakes and stuff like that. Whereas if you're in a different game with grades basically, where it's a lot more exponential, you can like it's not there, because if you miss like a 10,000 point item value early on, you never make that up, you never cap it, so you miss 10,000 for every item afterwards, whereas here it's only until you cap it, and it's like
Sakurei here, I just want to explain this. He's placing the options and moving them by focusing and unfocusing, so that all 4 of the options stay on the boss, so he can get more faster speed kill, as you can see here. Like normally the options would be like 4 side by side, but now you see one of them is like overlapped with the other 3, and they're all hitting the boss.
Well, we're past that now, but yes.
Yeah.
That did look interesting. We're on the boss now.
For the late game spell cards, he just wants to stay under the boss as much as possible.
I really like that waterfall looking background during this stage. That was really cool looking. Just want to mention that.
Yeah, this whole game looks really good.
Yeah, I'm liking the presentation quite a bit. Just fucking flying around.
Is Aya considered harder than Kanako, or like she does have this?
She's easier.
Shit. Okay.
It depends on, like, I used to think Aya is harder, but then I started trying to speed kill things.
Well, I guess with Kanako movement RNG, that's horrible. I guess that's true.
Yeah, because Aya stays in the middle for all of her spell cards, so it's not that hard.
Except for the survival.
Yeah, she goes all fast, high up on the screen.
The hell is she wearing? The one on the right. They look like some Princess Mononoke garb.
It's literally a skirt and a shirt of sorts. It's like nothing strange.
Oh. Couldn't tell what's going on.
Stage 5 is probably the easiest stage in the game on Lunatic. Since all you're doing is bombing and collecting the items, and the boss is very easy as well.
Just a cashing stage.
I thought Moses Miracle was supposed to be harder.
Well, I don't know about Marisa-C, but I recently found a way to do it with Reimu-Bs.
Oh, okay. Wait, you played Marisa-C too?
Yeah, but my score from Marisa-C sucks.
Wow.
Ooh, what the? Yo, those dodges though. How the fuck?
Are you on the mid boss?
I'm on Sane. Did I desync or something?
I'm a bit behind.
Yeah,
I'm
so
on the,
it seems I am.
Crap. Okay, let's restart at a certain stage then. Like, what stage are we on?
We're on stage 5, so we only have 6 left after this one.
All right, let's go back and resync up at stage 5 here.
Now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay.
Let's keep things synced up here. All right, I'm ready if you guys are.
All right, me
I'm
too.
ready.
Okay.
I am.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're back in there. You know, there's a slight fear of that happening, but as long as we recognize it, we can just start at a certain stage and it's all good. Zune's looking out for STG Weekly. Preemptively.
Oh yeah, one thing to point out is that normal bombing gives you 150 frames of invincibility, while death bombing only gives you 90. So you'd want to use normal bombs on stage 4 and onwards, because the longer invincibility will help you kill more enemies.
Yeah, definitely. That's a pretty big. I mean, that's a very large difference. But I mean, you should be punished for getting a death bomb, really. So, was that a bomb usage there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was reacting about before. It was actually a bomb used there, but I couldn't tell. It was like the bomb was like thrown off screen or something.
Also, it's worth noting that at sort of this level of play, the boss movement RNG can make your score go up and down, depends on if she moves the correct way or not. On the mid boss here, you can see like he got a really good RNG, and
yeah, she just moved backwards there, so you didn't even need to move, right? So
yeah, she moved backwards, so she stayed on the 4 options.
You have to be like kind of ready to know how to dodge some of these patterns if the bosses like move a certain way. Is that like where some of the skill comes in?
Yeah, sort of. And also since your options are fixed, if the boss move away from your options, then you will lose spell bonus. But you can sort of misdirect the boss, because the boss will always follow you whichever direction you're in.
Oh, okay. Is that every boss that will follow you?
Yeah, every boss will follow you.
But there's still movement RNG, even though they're following you. Is that what you're saying?
They can move a little bit, or they can move a lot, basically.
Okay.
And then again, he's positioning his options to get a 4-option overlap on the boss.
Yeah, I just got all the dialogue. Now the fight's starting.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, cool.
There's really nothing to say about this boss than just killing her patterns quickly.
How do you compare like the lunatic difficulty of this game like to some of the other Touhou's like?
Well, for like world record tier scoring, it's I guess it's similar, but I wouldn't compare the games, but it just plays differently. Like a world record if you want to beat this run, you would not only need really good playing, but you also need the boss to move in some really good ways.
Okay.
I think the main difference between this run and other Lunatic runs is that this run is, compared to others, or most others, far more optimized. So beating it is harder because the system is simpler.
Yeah.
Like you can have a lot of different optimization depending. It's like 100 on some patterns, so you get less score from there. But on the next one, you can get like 100 more than average, that kind of deal. But that isn't given here. So it's the optimization is, aside from the boss movement RNG and everything, a lot more consistent than in PCB and Perishable Might or SA. That
Yeah. Seems like because the system is simpler, like the playing field is a little bit more level for as far as like how crazy optimized it can be. Like in some of those other Touhou score runs, like you had them just like doing something in the run like earlier on, and it only pays off if when a certain rhythm matches up later on. Like there's like crazy complex stuff like that, but not quite here, it seems. I guess I was thinking of the last Touhou we covered.
SA didn't have anything like that.
No? Oh, maybe the one before. Yeah.
PCB does. PCB does.
Okay, maybe that's what I was trying to compare to.
So the end of that stage is one of the main parts, where the fact that if there are no enemies on screen, you lose lots and lots of faith, because there's only one enemy for most of of the end of the stage, and it drops a whole load of items, and you've got to be really careful about picking them up to keep your chain.
Okay. It's like the Canada maple leaf attacks and whatnot.
For this boss, he just wants to speed kill the patterns as fast as possible.
Okay. Epic music. I don't think I haven't heard this music yet. It's pretty good. You know, just in time because it's you know, it's like it's autumn now. You know, we got some the leaves are, you know, red, colors changing. Perfect timing for STG Weekly episode 102.
Yeah, man, I think that's playing full, I believe.
Wait, was that a marijuana leaf pattern?
What?
That was good. Oh man, that's epic looking. These are some good patterns.
This, because of how fast this shot type kills the patterns, it's actually really easy to no miss, no bomb this boss.
This pattern looks kind of rough. Looks like he's got a nice thing going on there. Dang. Yo.
And the clear bonus is 450 million from the lives and the faith.
420 mil.
450.
450. And what was the total score there?
2.214 billion.
Oh wow, that really added up. Holy crap. I wasn't watching the score the whole time, jeez.
The replay doesn't show the end score at the because of some glitch or something.
Oh, that was pretty entertaining. Cool. So that was Marisa-C, Lunatic. Any final thoughts on that? Otherwise, you can go ahead and introduce the next replay. Whatever. We're gonna do the normal one next, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Reimu-A, okay, Reimu-A normal, and this is by keroko. Alright, so anything to say before we go into this?
Not really. I think anything to say can be said during it.
Okay, cool. Maybe we could start off with the character difference. And if anything is strikingly different from normal to Lunatic, but okay, let's get right into it then. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So the difference in shot type is Reimu moves slower, and she has a smaller hitbox, and she has homing amulets as her options, which home towards enemies. I think for the most part, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but for the most part, they aim to the first enemy that appeared on the screen. You'll see, like, obviously the bullet density is a lot lower, and it means you can, like, it's a lot easier, and you have to optimize a lot more. Like, he has to pick up faith items as soon as possible before picking up any point items. Like, even when
Oh, I see.
Both on screen at the same time, he has to prioritize getting the faith items first.
Oh, that's
because
tricky.
it's slightly more points. Like, it's only worth like maybe a few 100,000 points in by the end of the game, but it's important.
Yeah, I mean, you know, any little thing, right? I mean, it's what you gotta do if you want to get that score. So I mean, that's pretty tricky.
Yes, like no, go ahead.
I was just going to say there's not that much to say about stage 1. It's all just kind of very little optimizations.
Yes, what I was going to say is that sometimes it looks like he moves in a really strange way, but that's usually to actually set up the right order for the item collection.
Right. Okay. Was that an intentional death bomb there?
Yeah, I think just about every. I think he does 2 normal bombs in the whole game, but all the bombs are intentional. And he does that weird trick where he kind of goes in the ring, which it's actually quite scary to do. I don't think he optimizes much from it, so I don't do it. And this is one of the spells that he doesn't speed kill. He leaves it a bit for the end because you get slightly more faith that way from the cancel.
Sure. Ah, this perfect autumn mood. Ah, it's beautiful.
I'd just again like to point out the background because the background from this stage is really nice.
It is nice.
But yeah, again, he's doing this weird movement where he's going right at the top of the screen and killing enemies like right next to them, and that's just to get the faith items slightly earlier. And he has to use 2 bombs on this spell card because you get some extra enemies, just like in Lunatic.
No bonus because the bomb was going off there? Is that...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only spell you fail in a score run.
Like,
and
what if...
also
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just because the bullet density is so much lower, your faith gets to maximum a lot later on, so it's a lot more important to get the bombs, the death bombs right up to, I think it's like the middle of stage 5.
Okay, I can see that. That changes the dynamic quite a bit.
Yeah. But
whereas it sounded like that last Lunatic run kind of leveled off once since the cap got reached earlier, and then it was like really like small amounts of points after that you could optimize.
Yeah, there's not much other than just kind of speed killing the bosses. This spell card, he gets really bad RNG for it, so he waits a bit to get a better cancel. I'm not sure if it was actually worth it.
By the way, it's worth noting that Marisa's bomb and Reimu's bomb are slightly different. Reimu's bomb has a larger radius but is weaker, and I don't think it lasts as long. Whereas Marisa is stronger and smaller and longer lasting. I don't know if that really makes a difference practically.
Yeah.
It does. There's different ways you can bomb things, and I think there's the difference in routing between Reimu and Marisa for normal mode as well.
I think there are some non-spells that you can't use 2 bombs on with Marisa. I might be wrong on that.
it's harder to use 2 bombs since she might get killed on the second bomb. If you're thinking of the first the stage 1 boss.
But for the most part, the bosses aren't particularly interesting in this. It's all about his route for the stage portion, and it, to be honest, it's really amazing. I don't know how he managed to come up with it. Like, here he leaves 2 point items for last because he wants to pick up the faith items before he picks up the point items.
Man, that's got to be a lot of routing to get those items before the other ones, I'd imagine. Like, you have to remember all the enemies, which ones to kill first, or I don't know. Maybe I'm overestimating it.
Well, to be fair, the fairies drop the the small fairies drop the same item as their color. So green drops faith, but drops power, and blue drops item. So it's easy to remember which drops which at least.
Okay, sure, cool. Nice bomb there.
And he'll do little tricks like he just did there, where he'll shoot the boss while it's coming on screen. So it won't actually damage it, but he'll get a few tick points.
Does it ever feel like this game is like missing a graze mechanic or something like that?
I don't think so.
Or you think it's okay as is? 'Cause
it's my favorite scoring system in Touhou, I think. Just because it has to be optimized so well, and you get really good looking routes like this.
Cool.
So this is a really important trick, and I think this is what kind of set him apart. He delays killing these, and he loses very little faith, so he can bomb the first spell card, and you'll see he's got 4.25 power, and that's because he delayed killing them and got the the power items after he bombed.
So is he's getting an extra bomb here as a result, or?
Sort of. He needs to be max power at a certain point in the next stage, and if he didn't delay collecting the power items, then he wouldn't be at max power at that point.
Nice.
But because he collected them after he bombed, he does the same thing there. He's now got 4.1 power. He will have enough power for the next stage. But it's really tricky to set up.
Yeah. That window looked very small when that happened. All that happened. It was like a window of like 1 second.
Yeah, and like there's just so much going on, and like if you make a tiny mistake, you're gonna lose lots and lots and lots of faith.
Dang. That's cool. All the point items just kind of like funneled to Reimu there.
Yeah, and you'll see him kind of waiting around on non-spells. Not really anymore, but he wants to end the non-spell in the middle, when she's in the middle of the screen, because that's when there's the most amount of bullets on screen.
Right.
And that'll lead to the biggest cancel. This is probably the hardest stage in the game on normal. There's a lot of really cool route tricks, like he's spinning around these fairies. It's all very difficult, and I think he makes his first mistake in this stage, aside from any like RNG. Just unfortunate. parts of the game, he misses a death bomb at some point in this stage. But the homing is a bit finicky, and it's hard to tell which enemy it's gonna like latch onto. So it's really hard sometimes to get to kill the enemies in the order you want them to.
So like, did he do? So he purposely did the death. He's doing like death bombs to get like the correct rhythm of the bombing. Like, is that how I'm understanding it, or what? Like, why is the death bomb important over a regular, where the death bomb is less active or less invincibility and all that?
When you do a regular bomb, you lose 3,000 faith. But when you do a death bomb, you don't lose any faith.
Oh, I forgot that detail. Okay, I must have not heard that. Okay, that's an important detail. 3,000. Okay, I mean, it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all once you've got the maximum amount of faith.
Yeah. Okay.
You just immediately get it back.
Okay.
But
okay.
Before then, it's important.
Yeah, it's pretty important. I mean, that's gonna shape how you play quite a bit too, if you're going for score. Seems like sometimes you might mess up a death bomb or something in accident going for those.
Yeah, it's very easy to do. I've done it a lot. And
okay, cool. Okay, I see. I'm not like cool, but interesting.
I'm generally a lot happier when I bomb too early than when I bomb too late.
Yeah.
So here he's got a 4.7 power, and that's, I think, exactly how much you need to have max power for the second spell, and that'll give you extra point items that you wouldn't get if you weren't at max power. And you wait for ages in the dialogue here for some reason. So here he's just waiting for it to move into the center of the screen for a good cancel.
Yeah, that was nice. So is he closer here to get more damage in? Is that the idea?
What do you mean?
Was he closer there? Was that doing any more damage, or why was he closer instead of like behind at the back of the screen there?
I think if you stay at the bottom, you can get trapped. Easily.
Okay.
So he just kind of stays higher up, so he's got room to move down.
Oh, okay.
And again, for this non-spell, he's waiting for it to move into the center of the screen.
Cool pattern. That's like a straight like firework pattern or something.
With this
cool.
pattern, this pattern's really annoying because it's entirely RNG. If you get bullets just kind of going in the wrong place, then you can't kill it fast enough, and if you don't kill it fast enough, then you get a really bad cancel. So if you don't kill it, if you're not shooting it the entire time, then you're going to get a bad cancel, or you're going to lose a lot of spell bonus.
Not this pattern, but the one before.
Yeah, the spell card, the green one.
Uh-huh.
And this one's just a survival spell. He doesn't really do much. He kind of follows her at the start, and it might get like an extra 30 points or something. And for some reason, you lose 30,000 faith after that. It's because if you fail a spell, or no, if you let a spell time out, then you lose 30,000 faith.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but because it's a survival spell, you have to time it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an oversight. The start of stage 5 is really, really tricky. He does a really weird trick where he lets 4 enemies go, and this is so that enemies he kills later drop power items instead of faith items, and you just let them go there. Like here, he's not at full power, so any enemies he kills which drop power items will in fact drop power items. And this is so that he can have more.
Oh, there it was.
More power after he bombs.
Yep, it happened right there, right?
420 power. A bit more now.
Yeah, that was really slick. That was really nice. He commentated it in perfect timing too.
But like even here, he's still trying to get the faith items before he can collect the power item, the point item.
Were the power-up items the green ones?
The power items are the red ones.
Oh, red
the
ones.
Faith items are the green ones.
And blues are just regular point items.
Yeah.
Okay. I should know red is power by now. Fuck. That's the same in all. That's the same in all the games, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So he's just about to max his faith, and from here the run isn't that interesting. It's all just about speed killing the bosses and not messing up, basically.
Don't die, do good, try hard. Why don't you try harder? After counter-stopping Donpachi. Oh shit. Cool pattern.
I feel like he's gone aesthetically that all the patterns look really, really good in this game, and all the backgrounds look good. Like I feel like this was his like in terms of visual design, this was the best he's done.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, it looks great. A lot of detail, like even in these background images. Okay, so when did he max out the faith? I wasn't paying it. I missed when it maxed out.
It was just before the boss.
Oh, okay, cool. And he's approaching. What is that?
1 billion.
1 billion.
No, I can't remember exactly how much the clear bonus is. The XK right now.
Is it 310 million? Something like that.
Sounds roughly right. I think I usually max my faith somewhere about halfway through this boss. I'm not that good.
Well, that's cool. They have like arrows when the power-ups are falling from off screen. Is that what I was seeing there? Those like green arrows, or was that for enemies? I thought I saw like some arrows at the top of the screen when the items are falling.
Maybe it might have just been new items popping up. like the faith items he was.
Oh yeah, it's
oh no,
okay.
I do. I forgot about that.
Oh cool. Yeah. And I was noticing that. I guess again I wanted to just show you where the shit is. I mean that seems helpful because it's like you are killing a lot of stuff up there.
And again, he has to be really careful with this fairy. He's got to kill it at exactly the right time, or he's going to lose a ton of faith.
That chaining. Like, how often do you fuck up the chaining?
At the end, I do it all the time.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of difficulty with that.
I see. I
think other people don't have as much as me.
It's hard. Sometimes
it's a lot easier if you use the hint line.
Yeah, I don't use the hint line.
Hint line?
So there's a hint system in this game. I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to do, but basically it can show you where the point of collection is, and there's a bit slightly below the point of collection where you still get the maximum score for a point item, but you don't collect all the items at once.
Oh.
Which I probably should have explained. But it's really important for chaining because you want to collect the items slowly, but also you want to get everything at max value.
Right. Got it. That's interesting. That's just another little thing that adds the finesse in there. Damn.
But yeah, this boss really isn't very. This trick's really cool.
Daggers.
So normally, you would move around the daggers. You wouldn't let them go around you. But if you get good RNG, then you can just stay still, and everything will dodge you.
Yeah, that was nice.
But there's not really. That's the only cool trick for this boss.
There's the quote-unquote marijuana leaf pattern. I think it was only a marijuana leaf in the Lunatic. They toned it down for normal. It's not that at all.
So he does a little trick at the start there just to kind of get like better positioning so he can shoot the boss for longer. But there's not much to do. He does that and then he just kind of relies on luck on whether or not he can shoot the boss. And again, this final spell is very good looking. He does go through the middle of some of the waves of amulets to make sure he's always shooting the boss, which is it's a bit cool, I think.
Yeah, this is an awesome pattern. I like the concept of it. Like it's got like the rows that are like setting up, and then later on they like break apart and come at you while the new ones are forming. That's awesome. Really cool intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Nice. 1.38 bill.
Yeah, so he gets 310 million for the clear bonus.
Damn, that's pretty huge. And that's like all the lives and is a lot of that just the lives?
Mostly, you get some for lives, you get some for power, and you get some for faith.
That was sick as fuck. So yeah, Keroko with the normal replay. Very nice. Cool, we got one more replay. This is Extra Stage by Wreath.
Yep.
None of us really know much about Extra, so I don't know how much good we're gonna be.
I don't imagine it's that different.
Alright,
It's
well,
the same
that's kinda
basic
fun.
concept.
Yeah. Someone could probably fill us in the chat too.
I do know that it's much more optimized than any of the full game runs. Like, it's like if you were to do a tool-assisted run, you would get like possibly like less than 1 million more than the world record.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure the last Reimu-B improvement was just by like 200 or 300,000.
Damn. Okay, well, let's get into it then, shall we? So, alright, let's do it. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
At the start of the extra stage, he needs to collect the green items before the faith stars before the blue items specifically. It's pretty tight.
One difference to the main game and the extra stage is that in the extra stage you can't actually max out your faith. You get stuck. You're stuck at the end somewhere in the 700,000, I believe. So every cancel on the boss has to be good, because otherwise you lose faith. You will never recover.
This shot is the Reimu-B type. It's a forward focus type, so it doesn't have homing, but it has a higher power than Reimu-A.
I think Hanako's the only extra mid-boss with more than 3 patterns. Like, she has 3 spells on this non-spell. And I don't think there's another one that has this many, which is really strange. I don't know why Zoom decided to give her 4 patterns instead of the usual 3.
For this spell, he wants to misdirect the bullets so that he can get more bullets in the cancel.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That laser is drunk.
It's not really a laser as much as it's a string of bullets. It's a different.
That's why it's drunk.
Oh, I thought you meant because it was like kind of curving around itself.
Oh, yeah.
Like
True.
the light blue curving around the dark blue.
Yeah.
So one thing on the boss that also doesn't happen, unlike in the main game, is on the boss okay, actually let me say it differently. At the end of the stage here, he's actually going to set up so he can bomb the first non-spell, and that's also like there's 3 fairies that drop big power items, so he will kill them, go quickly through the dialogue, and then bomb and collect the power, so he has full power, and that's the only one he will use on this boss. because since he's at full power, he gets these extra point items that he wouldn't get if he bombed another non-spell for Faith, which would mean he loses score. And but in the main game, you like sometimes bombed the non-spell and gave up some point items for the Faith because it's worth it, but it's not here. Since extra bosses tend to drop more point items in the first place than main game bosses.
It's a little bit similar to what happened in the normal run at the end of stage 3, where he bombed, he skipped through the delayed killing the fairies and then skipped through the dialogue really fast to bomb the first non-spell.
It's pretty much that, yeah.
MLG dodging right there.
I'm not actually sure, but I do believe that on some spell cards, like at the end of the main game, it was always like speed kill as quickly as possible without regard for the cancel. But I do believe that on some patterns, he actually sets up for a cancel while speed killing. But like some patterns, like this one for example, you can misdirect so that there's as many bullets as possible on the screen. And I'm pretty sure that he will do it on every pattern he can to get the largest cancel while still possible. So it's like, so he has to do two things to kinda.
Yeah.
Instead of just killing as quickly as possible.
That's fun.
Frankly speaking, Mountain of Faith Extra is probably one of the most boring extra stages in the series. Like
Definitely.
yeah, like all of the scoring is in the stage, and then on the boss you do like maybe you do like some little things, but it's not really significant.
Yeah,
Totally
I'm
not
pretty sure. It's pretty easy to get consistent on the boss, but the stage is really hard.
Yeah, Superplay is very difficult. It's just sometimes I guess you need a bit of luck, but aside from that, she isn't very hard. You don't do that much. Like there's other extra bosses where you just really have to go all out to get a good score, and it's like it really shows. He's going through the boss fight as if you play PCB, USD, IM, like if you played the good games, you would milk and raise patterns for as many points as possible, whereas you just don't. But yeah, Superplay is cute, so I guess it's okay. Super Wars is considered the hardest spell, right?
Is it?
Like, I think so. Not like Froggy Braves or like the other survival. I forgot what it's called.
It's probably the hardest.
I guess since he's not staying under the boss like all the time, it's probably hard for this stage. For this survival spell, he wants to misdirect the Suako that's following him misdirect the bullets so that he gets a bigger cancel at the end of the spell card.
Casually, this is probably the hardest spell because you have to route it out, otherwise you're just going to get cornered eventually.
That was pretty cool.
And there's another survival spell following that survival spell. This one is pretty easy until the last 10 seconds, I think.
Yeah, 10 seconds sounds about right.
That's a new type of bullet I haven't seen before.
Those are just round bullets with the small bullets around them. No, they're not.
Okay.
I don't think they're really new bullet types.
I guess.
Yeah. If you hit the small bullets, actually only one of the small bullets disappears and the rest stays. Well,
okay.
all the bullets disappear because of the death wave, but the moment before the death wave clears out the bullets,
Right.
you can see that it's actually two different cluttered together.
Looks cool though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the anatomy of the bullets. You got like the big bullet nucleus with the small bullet electrons.
So I think
So the last wave, he starts on the top of the screen and streams downwards.
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay. And the last spell is a pretty easy one. Well, I think most other extra stages have hard last spells. This one is really easy though.
Well, not all of them.
Heard you like playing Frogger, so we put fuck it. Man, that was a long fight. Oh, because that's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last spell. It's an extra stage, so it's always 10 spells and 8 non-spells.
Was it only that boss too?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an extra stage. There's only one boss.
Oh, okay. I got disoriented because it went so long. Alright, awesome. So there you have it. That was a pretty cool replay, too. But yeah, it was a little boring. Yeah, as you guys said. It's okay though.
Like the stage portion is okay, but the boss really isn't exciting.
Yeah. Cool moment of faith. I mean, good stuff. Good stuff. Seems like it's probably the most simple Touhou game I've seen yet. I mean, pretty damn straightforward.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess if you want to get to Touhou, like this game would be a really good first game to play.
For score, because for survival it doesn't matter.
Well, as long as you're not like playing something like TD or low K for survival, that's fine.
Well, that's true.
I got a question. Like, do people who like kind of random people getting into Touhou when they like try out Lunatic for the first time, just to like with the goal for clearing it, like, does the game force you a lot of the times to like take advantage of like the scoring for the Lunatic modes to get the clears, or can a lot of the Lunatic clears just be done like through pure survival?
You can do pure survival. It's not like cave games where you have to sort of score to get the extends. You get the last extend in the main game at 150 million, and most first 1 CCs are around 300 to 500 million. So like without playing for score at all. So it's you can definitely get all the extends without scoring.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like there's probably like some number of people that do try to like approach it like that and don't consider the scoring as much, but I just was curious about that. It's always nice to get the scoring in there if it's gonna, make the game more fun, of course, by doing it. Which is basically the point of this show, so perfect.
Yeah, if you want to play this game more after getting a Lunatic 1cc, you could try getting around 2 billion. 2.0 billion is not very hard to do.
Cool. Awesome. Well, good stuff. Yeah, I mean that went by pretty quickly. Hope you guys had fun. Any final words about Mountain of Faith? Any call outs or anything like that? Otherwise, I'll just I'll close us out here.
You guys have anything to say?
I don't.
Okay, well, that'll do it for Shooting Game Weekly episode 102 on Mountain of Faith. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Not much else to say. Moving on with life. STG Weekly 102. I don't know how to end this. Alright, later everyone.
Alright, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks guys for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, thanks for hosting.
Thanks
You're
for having
welcome.
me.
You're welcome.
I think I've been requesting this game since STG Weekly started. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I know.
The problem back then was no one wanted to do it. Like, Narrate didn't want to do it, and you didn't want to do it, and DXK didn't want to do it. And I don't play this game, so me being here is kind of nonsensical in the first place. And it's like, there were just no commentators similarly for PCB, which is why they came so late, even though they're fairly popular in our community.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys could finally come together to do it for us. I'm sure people will appreciate it. Till next time, everyone.
see you.
See ya.
Bye bye.